Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019, it's the Pro Cyclist Stage Racer, and it's episode number 22. We are in our first ever World Tour race. Even though we are a Continental Pro team, we got an invitation into it, one of just 3. And it's the Tour of Catalunya. It's actually our 3rd time visiting Spain in just 4 races this season. We had an excellent first stage with a top 10 finish, though we're level on time with the bulk of the field outside of those who ended up with those time bonuses. And stage number 2, definitely a day for the sprinters. Slight uphill finish, but not enough to drop anyone, so everyone will be on the same time. And for that, we'll skip straight to the final couple kilometers. Small peloton at this point due to some crashes. And the only teammate left is Restrepo, and now they just remade contact, and I lose control over Restrepo, so that's not going to work out very well. And actually, neither is that, so I can still follow him. But he's probably going to drop back, isn't he? Here's my gel. Yep, he's dropping back. My way forward here.
The breakaway has now got over a minute on the pack.
Last 4K. Just try to inch my way forward here. 2 riders left in the break, and they are still away, and there's a very, very good chance that they are going to take the stage today. And it's De Gent who's the likely winner, as he is in the break once again. 2K. Right up front now. Just inching my way up there. 1.3. Little uphill. 0.8. Here we go. There it is. Thomas De Gent for the win. We caught the second man, but De Gent's going to hang on by just over a half minute. Kort Nielsen again. Enric Mas in 3rd. Ooh, good bonus for him. And back-to-back days in 8th place. Oh, there were crashes, and those crashes actually did involve some of the more important riders, some of the GC contenders. So before we leave and head for stage 3, I'm going to take a quick glance at the standings, and in particular the bottom end of those standings, to see if we can find any big names off the back.
Now for the race highlights.
So De Gent with just over half a minute bonus, and he already had a little bit of a time gap because he finished in the main group stage 1, picked up some seconds out on stage there. He picked up again today, and he's opened his gap even further on the mountain climbers competition. But now it's going to put him into the race lead, so he is not going to be able to use that 83 Barrador rating and try to get into every single break that exists. But Enric Mas, 82 mountain rating. And picking up some time today. That's dangerous. But let's see. Oh, time gaps past number 40. Whew, okay, so I have a strong feeling. Formula. Simon Geschke. George Bennett lost time. Bjork Lambrecht lost time. Sam Oomen lost time. Dan Martin. Lucas Hamilton. Esteban Chavez. Nielsen Paulus. Boswell, Roscoff, Max Schachmann, Sergio Henao, sort of Craig Anderson. Plenty of riders that at least had some sort of outsider chance for a top 25 or better lost time. Jan Izaguirre, Rowan Dennis, Vanderpool, Chris Hamilton. Only one rider out based on this stage, but that is a major shakeup to the standings. And Thomas Kent leads by nearly a minute over most of the field. Agnes Cort Nielsen, not really a contender. Impey did not lose time. Moss, though, picks up 4 seconds. Castro Viejo has picked up 1 in there somewhere. And plenty of contenders left still at the front, but quite a few have taken a little bit of a loss. And maybe that'll open up a position inside the top 10 for us. Maybe. Exceptional, and that's not worth any points, or... Okay, fine. Have it your way. Stage 3 of 7. Are we into the mountains now? I think it could be 3 and 4 or 4 and 5. It is 3 and 4. So first mountain stage, this is really going to open the floodgates on the standings. This mountain doesn't look too severe. Too severe, I say. But there's a lot of uphill from about 55 kilometers out. Just 2 little downhill sections, and otherwise it's all uphill from there to the finish. Meaning the mountain rating doesn't have to be too high on this one. The resistance going with it, I think, is going to have a bit of an impact. Having a high mountain rating certainly helps not dip into the resistance too much until late when the pace really starts to pick up. But still, I think we could be in for a little bit of trouble with that resistance rating. We'll see. We're going to pick up maybe in this low point in the valley and start from there. 67 kilometers left to go here, stage number 3, and we're exactly where we said we were planning on coming back. Low point valley, about to begin our serious climbing for the day. Elevation slightly above where we started at the stage, but the bulk of the climbing is in the kilometers that remain.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Breakaway of 11, 3.5 minutes ahead. It includes teammate Aaron Burrow, but he is not one of the ones who's been given the assignment of helping. Even though I am leader, I'm leader outsider. As an outsider, the expectations are quite low. Getting in the top 20 is not going to do a whole lot for the sponsor. So the sponsor, and in this case the team principal, determines that I don't deserve full team support. I do, however, at least have 3 riders to give me some support here. Mora, though, is already fading and is going to drop here in just a moment. Squid out. Oh gosh, both of these guys are already at the back. Really? Well, alright. Rodriguez is there, but Rodriguez is coming forward with water right to me. Yeah. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You're already ahead of me. Really? He's got water. He's right next to me. Oh, it's Restrepo. What am I looking at? That's Rodriguez. Okay. No wonder that wasn't working. But how does Rodriguez have water? Restrepo. Come on. You can do it. Come on forward. Here's the first real climb. 3.5K, 11%. It's a steep one. It is a very steep one.
This climb is feared
Now, the
by
easier we
many
can
riders.
go,
Percentages
the
are
more we'll
very
save
high.
energy. There's not much chance to recover in between. So I want to go as easy as possible. Even if that means slide backwards just a little bit, just to prolong the decay of my resistance. Speaking of decay of resistance,
Aha! He's trying to give his pals the slip.
hey, Amasqueta, thanks. I didn't think you'd make it back up here. Rodriguez is still here. He's fresh. There's Restrepo with the water. Finally coming forward. Still alive. Hanging on for now. Anyway, I have a fitness peak. I have 99% fitness. This is a race objective. Put all that together, I should see no worse than a +3 race day condition. Unfortunately, I have a +1. So I drew a -2 for the day. That sucks. However, the part being the modifier. However, despite it only being a +1, you actually look at it, it looks more like a +2. It really does. 81 on the mountain, 80 for the hills rating. Right now it's all mountain because we're below 85. But the resistance, at least a decent increase to a 68. Could be better. Could be much, much better than it is. But it's tolerable. So, Mora's out the back. Amasqueta's out the back. Irisari's out the back. And Burrow still almost 4 minutes ahead. Boy, those guys have a hefty lead. They'll probably be caught on that final climb, but not guaranteed. It depends on how the pursuit goes between now and the last sprint point. Little downhill here. I'll recover. Rodriguez is still there, but not in support. Restrepo is still here. He is in support, but as soon as we start climbing, he'll be done. Meanwhile, I will recover, at least on the descent. Be just about full strength here, and that's good because that was the hardest section of climbing. The final climb, though, is definitely not an easy one. That was the steepest bit of climb that we had to do. 5.8% average gradient. The maximum is 9%. The length, 8.6. I like this. I did not know this was there until recording last episode. So the peloton now at 80. We're chasing 9 with one man caught in between. We've already caught one of the riders in the break. Aaron Burrow is still among the front group, which is still 9 of the original 11, so they've only lost 2 guys. We've lost a lot more than that. Does mean we are coming back at them a little bit.
There's a few riders jockeying for position.
Really not much. Pierre Latour tried to attack. What the heck is he doing that for? Moss and Latour. Moss went and pulled him back. That was surprising. I expect attacks on the final climb. I didn't expect any on this climb. Not much of a descent in between for recovery. It's the type of section where you're going to need energy. Attacking on this climb isn't going to get you very far away, and riding that long alone is dangerous. So, Restrepo somewhere still, apparently. He's out the back. There you go. And now it's Rodriguez. And now with nobody else in the group, Rodriguez is now going to take his turn to protect me. And that's good. We're about to hit the top here. Peloton just got much, much smaller in the last little bit. Just 33 riders left now. And you can see, though, resistance-wise, pace I've been having no problem keeping up. But the resistance just slowly fades. Our rate's not that high. It's not like I'm burying myself. But this constant little uphill is just doing little bits of damage, bit by bit. That last climb, I don't expect to still be in the group at the top. Again, 33 points clear of Ravasi. It should be a shoe-in for that mountain climbers competition by this point. Rodriguez starting to fade. Even though we already hit the top of the climb, you can see we're actually still going uphill here. And this is really steep. Yeah, this was unexpected. Peloton definitely shrinking though, just 26 riders. Rodriguez going backwards. Get a quick look here at the field. Now we reach the top, more or less. Rodriguez recovers for a moment. Giving me just a little bit of a break from the pressure. 28 kilometers to go. Now I have a feeling on this last climb I am going to have to choose my pace. Otherwise I'm going to run out of resistance really early and could lose a lot of time. So I have a feeling that I'm going to have to let the actual leaders go and try to just stay in with the second group on the road. Not quite at that top level yet, especially with today's only +1 condition. If I would have had a +4 like I had on stage number 1 with 9 points of resistance, I'd be just fine. Oh, I'm recovering a lot more than I thought though. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. We are 4 minutes down though. So whoever's at the front, looks like they're going to hang on. Hit the low point. Ground's leveled out. Little valley. We're going to be going up the other side here in just a moment. Let's speed up for the time being. And there's the attacks coming. Right off the bat. There's the second group. And they pulled them back in. That's good. That didn't hurt me. That did hurt some others. Rodriguez has recovered a little bit. 15 kilometers now. I think we caught a couple breakaway guys. We're up to 30.
There should be a decent fight all the way to the top and the finishing line.
Okay. Good position here near the front. It's a wide road, so positioning's not too big of a problem. You can see if you're not moving up, you're going backwards. And that's definitely the case right now at the moment. It's AG2R bringing a lot of riders forward. Is that Cruzfike? No, it's Dennis. 11.3, 2,000 meters, 7.4% gradient. And we are just about on it. We're already long since climbing, but the real climbing begins here just a little bit.
Just past the 10 kilometers road sign.
Dan Martin, Yelia, Schultz, Sepulveda, Rodriguez using himself up here, and he's about to fade, and he's fading. Hanging on to his last little bit now. 32 riders. Whoa, hello, David De La Cruz. I'm just riding your wheel. All of a sudden somebody dropped. Pierre Latour just used up a little energy to pull us back. There's Latour, Lopez, Soler. And he starts the acceleration. Peloton's down to 18. Just trying to ride easy for now. Let's go ahead and use our gel here. Got a long ways to go. 20 riders, just one left off the front. And that big acceleration, see, the other guys did a lot more damage to themselves. While I just rode easy. I slid backwards. And they just ate each other up. And I was just cruising along. There's the next attack. Those guys can go away. If it happens, it happens. We're down to 15 seconds to Guerrero. You can see, though, I'm struggling here. We're down to 15, 14. Just try to hang in the group as best I can. 2 riders off the front. Lopez. Oh, it's Guerrero. So now it's just Lopez. Tom de Boulogne chasing, attacking. Moss, Soler. There's Latour going. Like I said, that first group, they can go. They can go. I'm in a group of 9 chasing 5. That's putting me up into the top 15 for now. But you can see I'm just about out of energy here. Now I'm in a group of 8 chasing 4. So I'm on the edge of the top 10. But there goes my energy. There goes my energy. So now we just need to bring it home as best we can. There's a split. 4 chasing 4 at the front. We'll get a quick look at who's who. Lopez, de Moulin, Moss, Soler, and then Latour, Kruiswijk, Gegenhardt, Reichenbach. With me, it's Bookman, Pazzavivo, Ciccone, Conrad, Hurt, Guerrero behind. Join in the group here. Front group coming together. It's now 6 riders at the front. And we're almost there. We're almost to the finish. So yes, we are looking at a top 12 for the victory. These guys have gone around the corner. Miguel Angel Lopez over Enrique Mas. 1-2. 6 seconds down. De Moulin, Soler, and then Kruiswijk, Gegenhardt, Latour, Reichenbach. Looks like I'm going to be 12. Bookman, Pazzavivo, Ciccone, and myself. With a top 20 expectation, I've firmly planted myself inside the top 12, and I might still be in the top 10 in the overall. It was Conrad and then Izaguirre, Jan Hurt, Ruben Guerrero from the breakaway, the first of the breakaway riders coming across in 16th. De La Cruz, De Ghent, second of the breakaway riders in 18th. Dombrowski, Pogacar. Speed it up as the rest of the field comes in. You can see just how high up we are, looking off into the distance. So my first World Tour mountain stage ends up in a pretty strong 12th place. I mean, we're already talking half an hour to these riders rolling in right now. And we came in pretty close to that front group, and we really hung with them. We didn't waste energy. The resistance was still low. It was just a 68. Like I said, if it was a +4 race day condition like stage 1, we could have been in that final grouping, but we didn't have the resistance to do so. We really made it last. We rode steady. We slid back when they accelerated. When they slowed down, we kind of slowly worked our way back towards the front of the group. And we made that energy last a lot longer than it could have. Because if we had gone with those accelerations, it would have faded very, very quickly. 12th place, minute 42 down. This definitely opens things up. And let's see where we're at. So Enrique Mas in the race lead over Lopez. And that's because Mas had that 3rd place in the last stage. So Mas and Lopez now 1 and 2 on the same time. De Moulin is 6 seconds behind. Those guys were not same time, but okay. Surprised they were given same time. Soler in 4th, Kruiswijk, Gegenhardt. And now we're over a minute at Latour, Reichenbach, and then at a minute 52, count back, I have the edge over the 3 guys I just came in with. So 9 through 12. And then it starts to open up. Gaps get bigger and bigger. So right now we are inside the top 10. With a goal of top 20, so it's exceptional. Sadly, though, I'm still not getting any sort of recognition from the team with what I'm accomplishing on these current stages, and they're kind of just looking at the overall final standings. I've been in the top 15 every single stage. no pat on the back since the first stage, but hey, it's all good. This one, just under 150 kilometers, and it is constant up or down. There is no flat sections. We've got a little bit of a rounded valley early in the stage, but then a Category 1, an Alls category, Category 1, another Category 1 that's uncategorized because just after is the finish. 3 sprint points in the low valley sections in between those climbs. Whew, big day coming. Big day coming. And do I have any extra bonuses? We have the preparation. Oh, the objective's not showing. No wonder it's only a +2. Still, inside the top 10 overall. Big accomplishment. This is the last mountain stage. So as long as we can hang in again this time in a similar fashion, then we will definitely accomplish our goal of a top 20 position. I think we can go relatively comfortable this time and make that work, because really all we need is to stay inside the top 20 and we won't move down in position, enough to be affected by that chase. Stage 4, anything that wasn't decided already will be decided soon. And we have a massive breakaway, 27 riders in all, but they are attacking each other like crazy because, well, the group is too big. So 7 now off the front, 20 in chase. We are 4 minutes down though to the break, so it's going to be really hard to catch them. We've already gone over the first climb of the day. That was 5.4%, and it was 13 kilometers long. You can see it did no damage to the field as we rode pretty easy. But now with 3 minutes and 40 seconds and that group all together, we begin the serious climbing to this finish with 3 straight major climbs. Right now we're in a slight uphill, and that's going to continue for quite a while. But then eventually we go into that long climb, and it does pick up where it kind of first ramps up a bit at the start of the climb. So overall it's a 19-kilometer climb at just under 5%, but you can see we're already going uphill. I know we've been going uphill for a while, and it is already beginning to do damage. Mora, for instance, is a little bit tired. You can see Aaron Burrow, Irisari are just starting to see a hint of it. So pace not bad yet, but we're already pulling back that large breakaway group. It's down to 2.5 minutes and less, under 2 minutes already. So the pace in our group, it's going to do a lot of damage, and we're going to be pulling back most of those breakaway riders before too long. Let's see the fatigue already affecting myself as we hit this little notch, and then we're going to head back uphill again. We're in the steepest sections right now though, so as long as we get through this little part, it'll ease off some and won't do much damage. And there's the breakaway group coming. As we slow it back down, there they are, back end of the group. 23 riders left, just a minute ahead, and because of how big that group is, we're not that far from the rear end of it. But most of my team has just been lost. Aaron Burrow is all that is left, and he is fading fast. So before I fade, 43 riders are all that's left in the peloton. So really surprising just how fast this group has diminished on the later stages of this climb. 41 riders left. There's the top of the climb. (17 riders that we have just made contact with. So 17 riders we've just caught up to. Ravasi making a new attack. This guy's responding at the moment though. I don't know if he's going for the mountain points or what. There it is. Gent is 20 points clear. Yeah, Ravasi is in third place, just 1 point behind Rodriguez now. So I'm pretty sure that's what he was up to on that attack. 51 riders in the peloton. 17 of that was in the break that we just caught. We've got another little uphill section. It's not severe, and we'll decline for a while. I am all alone. My team is completely lost now. Now descending. I should get back to about full strength before this next climb, but without any team support, these last two climbs can be very challenging. So we're down to just 4 riders off the front of the field.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment we shouldn't see too many attacks.
It's 1 chasing 3, and actually just caught them, so now it's 4 riders. They're about to hit the sprint point at the bottom. It's only a minute though. So a minute is not long, as we're about to come up to that point ourselves. We have 50 riders giving chase, and like I said, a big chunk of this spent the bulk of the day in the breakaway, and they're going to be a bit more fatigued than the rest. So they're not going to have as much energy. They won't last as long. I have no intention of attacking this group, especially for this climb. I do have intention of speeding it up for a little bit.
The pack is putting a squeeze on the breakaway. The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Already a third of the way up. Down to 6K of just under 10 that we started with.
Through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
5K banner. And you can see I'm definitely a little bit tired. Group's thinning out. 2 left off the front, and we've nearly caught them.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Nearly there. Come on. Can make it. Can make it. Not interested in the points. I am interested in making it over the top though. 1K to go. Already starting to recover. That's good. So we're chasing just 1 rider, and it is Omar Frele. And we have 26 in this group. I'm sure the bulk of it are the strong riders. We have 1 climb left to go. And just before the base, I'm going to use my gel. I probably could use water, but we're pretty close to the end. There we go, just before the base. That'll kick in partway up. This up to about an 83. Slow on times 2 speed. I think I might slow it down here in just a little bit. But I doubt we're going to see too much at the base. 35 riders. 10K to go.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
Caught the breakaway. Sam Uman with an acceleration. Castro Viejo. There's Enrique Mas. There's Demoulin. Still in that strong position near the front. But here comes the acceleration from Demoulin. I'm not interested in following that or Lopez. Those guys can go have fun. Pozzovivo. I'm a little bit interested in that one, but it's 7.8K, and let's see, the steepest, we're about to be through it. Gel's already done its trick, so my energy is not going to last a lot longer. Things are going to level out here for a little bit, so I like that. We're 1 rider off the front. We're down to 21 in contention, and it's that group is back together anyway. Work back forward a little bit. 18 riders now. A little easier section helped, but it's about to get harder. Now if I could still be in this group somehow. Still be in this group when we get over the top of this little peak. And I'll be in a fantastic position till the end. You can see just how much things are getting tougher. Oh, yes, nobody's attacking right now. Nobody's attacking right now. That's beautiful. Here we go, over the top. Oh, this is that same climb, huh? $1.4K. Group of 14. These guys are sprinting it out. I don't have anything left to sprint, but I'll give my all here to the finish. And I'm with them. And that's the beautiful part on this one. Latour. Pierre Latour takes the victory over Miguel Angel Lopez. Tom Dumoulin third. Lopez will move into the race lead with that. Conrad fourth. Moss, Gegenhardt, Kruiswijk, Ciccone, Reichenbach, Dennis, 11th place. Soler, 12th. Martin and Bookman. That's our group. Time gaps open up from there. I don't know if we'll see any time gaps in that first 14 riders. Brodsky, Uman, Podjakar coming in. Still don't have the top 20. There's De Gent in 19th again, De La Cruz. We got a full lap ahead of the back markers. We were hitting the top while they were hitting the top. So again, well inside the top 20. That's not going to move me back at all. It could move me up if any of the top 10 riders were not there, but I would imagine all of the top 10 riders were there. I don't think anyone was missing from it.
And here are a few of the key moments.
The Latour rocket. Okay, they gave us little time gaps, surprisingly, even though we were bunched together, but it took a while to cross that line, so I could see it on a mountain stage. Top 6, and then 17, and then 38 seconds down, and we have 48 seconds down behind me. Minute 26 to Pozzovivo. That's where there was a definite gap. I knew after 14 we would definitely have a gap. So in the overall, just outside of the top 10 now. So Lopez leading, Moss, Dumoulin, Gegenhardt, and Kruiswijk are the top 5. Conrad moves a handful of seconds ahead of me as I drop to 11th. But I'm still in a really good position. Can't complain about that one. And you can see just how quickly the gap gets much larger behind. I have 8 seconds to get back into the top 10. I will look for opportunities to pick up 8 seconds the rest of the way, especially at little sprint points. Maybe I can contest those. Hopefully the sprint competition is out of hand, and no, it's not. So there's still riders to contest that. I don't care about the points. I want the seconds. I need 8 of them to get back ahead and into the top 10. So that's going to be my goal the rest of the way, to see if I can't squeeze my way back into the top 10. Still very good evaluation. A few stages left to go. But that's going to be all the time that we have for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.